What are you trying to say? Trying to say it took us 3 days to see the first 40-point game? What was your
I would say
thought
that
process?
game 3 of the Eurobasket 2025 was close to be marked as a day when history happened in 2 occasions. We had a nearly triple-double performance by Alperen Şengün, and we were really close to at least the second highest scoring game in FIBA Eurobasket courts ever. Because, let's be honest, what Edith Terras did in 1957, scoring 63 points in a blowout win against Albania, representing Belgium, is something that's hard to achieve even in this modern, super fast tempo basketball with these freaks that we have on FIBA floors.
Yeah.
But Lucas,
47
point in the last Eurobasket, is a target point for all those greats that we have in the tournament.
And Lowry managed to repeat his own career best in FIBA Eurobasket tournaments, because he did score 43 in the last Eurobasket against Croatia. Now he scored 43 again, but this time he did it in 20 minutes, just over 20 minutes.
I tried to double check it like for 20 minutes, but it's so hard to find some box scores of games that happened in 1983 or 1957. For instance, this all-time record, I found some not very trustworthy sources, but it said that he actually hit 9 field goals. So, and I think that in 1957, we didn't have a 3-point line, which means 18 of those 63 points were from the field, and the rest were from the free throw line.
Yeah.
So it doesn't make any sense. But minutes-wise, I think it might be the fastest 40-plus point performance we ever had, I guess.
I mean, everything that Lauri Markkanen did today on the floor, he did at will and at his own. Whatever he wanted to do on the court, he did. He played with the ball so much. I mean, it's not a news that Lauri Markkanen now plays with the ball much more than he did, let's say, even in 2022, because now for the Jazz, the last season and last few seasons, actually, he's been taking the ball and sometimes deciding the games at the end of the shot clock. And in this game, we just saw him, like we used to say, oh, Kristaps Porzingis, what a unicorn player that is, a guy who can shoot threes and he's 2 meters, 20 centimeters tall. Lauri Markkanen is 2 meters, 13 centimeters tall. He can play with the ball like Giannis in terms of getting to the rim with his big steps.
Yeah.
He can shoot the three, not just any pick and pop three or catch and shoot three. He can literally pull up. He made some threes today, one with the foul, a couple step backs.
There were many tough shots, actually.
A lot of them contested heavily. I mean, it was incredible to watch. On the other hand, we have to say he did that against Great Britain. So looking at their front line, looking at what they can offer defensively, it's not the tallest team, not the most talented team. The 2 tallest bigs they have, if you can call them bigs, I don't know, they're 2 meters and 6 centimeters tall. So for Lauri Markkanen...
Not in Lowry's world, I guess, but in normal world, they're bigs.
Yeah, so it wasn't the toughest of tasks for Lauri Markkanen, but it doesn't take away from anything from Lauri Markkanen's performance.
Yeah.
I mean, 13 field goals made, 10 of those 43 points were from free throws, but the rest is 6 out of 9 2-pointers and 7 out of 13 3-pointers. 7 3-pointers in a game is a lot.
Yeah, in 23 minutes. Right?
Yeah, 23 minutes.
So he actually tied for the 10th best all-time scoring performance. There were 5 times with 44-point games with Miki Berkovic, Nikos Galis twice, Doron Yamchi, and Nenad Markovic. Nikos Galis scored 40 points as well and 46 as well. As I mentioned, Luka Doncic 47. The one interesting thing, at least one of those interesting things, thanks to Marco Pagliariccio, Lauri Markkanen became the first player in the last 36 years with multiple 40-plus point games at the Eurobasket. So, of course, he joined the group, this elite club of Nikos Galis. I think we might have more fun facts about this performance, but again, I hope somebody will manage to check if it wasn't the fastest 43-point game. But anyways, it raises a big question because 40 plus point games was a thing in the last Eurobasket. Giannis did it, Luka did it, and Markkanen did it.
Yeah.
And the question is,
Do you think someone's gonna break the record? Is that what you're asking?
was it actually the highest scoring game individually of the tournament? Or are we gonna see somebody trying to target Luka's second best record?
Well,
What are our main suspects?
obviously Luka is one of those guys because Luka has to be the guy for the team because, like we talked about yesterday, there's not much help for him there. So I think against teams like Iceland or Belgium, you could expect Luka going off for, I don't know, you never know, like a 50 point. And the other suspects, tomorrow's game, Giannis playing Cyprus. I'm not sure who's gonna be able to do anything to Giannis there, and if he really wanted to, I mean, if Lauri Markkanen really wanted to, he could have done much more in today's game. So he's obviously one of the suspects too. So those three guys, I would say, are the main suspects. I don't think, as good as Nikola Jokic is, I don't think he's gonna ever force the game through himself. I don't think that's gonna
Neither Svetislav Pesic, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Lauri Markkanen was subbed with 7 minutes and 51 seconds to play. His team was up by 31. So only if Great Britain was just better tonight, we could have seen the record, or the second best mark in the history. So it's sad, but as Ergin Ataman said, that until the end of the tournament, he expects Şengün to make his first triple-double. He actually said until the final game because they're going to play in the final.
Of course.
And with Markkanen, you could say so, but at the same time, they played two, let's admit, two of the weakest teams in the group.
In their group,
and they played a high-paced basketball. So maybe he actually reached his ceiling. And by the way, let's not forget, he scored 48 points in the preparation games against Belgium. But again, it's Belgium.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it might make his task tougher. Although when you look at Luka's record, he scored 47 points against France.
I remember.
Against freaking France, and they're good in defense.
Yeah.
With Poirier was there, Gobert was there, Mustafa Fall was there, Yabusele was there. I mean,
I remember that game.
Everyone.
He was hitting every single shot and crazy fadeaway shots as well. But yeah, in terms of Markkanen doing something like this again, or even better, you're right. The opponents are going to be tough now. They're going to be playing Montenegro, Lithuania, and Germany for the last 3 games. I feel like even though they're better teams, Germany for sure will have someone to put on Markkanen. I'm not sure about Lithuania yet. I'm not too confident on how we're going to deal with Markkanen, but we have more than one player to use probably to contain Markkanen. And Montenegro, defensively today, we saw that they're very vulnerable. So who knows?
That's never game to target.
All I know, Markkanen is definitely on pace to becoming the highest scorer of this tournament. That's for sure.
But what's your final power ranking? The main guy you think, how would you rate those guys? We have those NBA superstars. Nikola Jokic, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Lauri Markkanen, Luka Doncic. Let's put Alperen Şengün into conversation.
I feel like Şengün, I don't think is gonna go off for some 40-point game. At least I think he had the chance today, but that didn't happen. He was going more for the triple-double type of thing. So I'm not considering him as much. I'm considering Giannis tomorrow against Cyprus. This is my number one suspect from actually exact game that it might happen in, and then Luka against Belgium. If Markkanen scored 48 against Belgium, Luka can do that too. So those are my 2 main suspects.
Yeah. I also put Nikola Jokic out of conversation. He's in my top 5, top 4. Giannis third, and it's between Luka and Markkanen. The thing is that for this record, you need to shoot threes. So it's basically more about Luka and Markkanen. Also, your team needs to play a high-paced basketball, and Finland plays crazy at a crazy pace.
That's true.
But the thing is that Slovenia lacks offensive talent, and it's all so much on Luka's shoulders. So I don't know. I have a feeling that actually Luka Doncic might be this #1 guy in the tournament.
Well, let's just hope the 43 points from Markkanen isn't the highest scoring game of the tournament yet.